I wish to make a video that's directed at the people that are among us, the whole world, that are selected. A lot of us call them chosen. But the group that is selected, I'm speaking about even a smaller demographic of the selected, of the chosen, the selected of the selected I'm speaking about. And how do you know if you are selected? I'm talking about the ones that are guided by God on an hourly basis. I was going to say daily, but I mean an hourly basis. You are tested. You are tested on an hourly basis, day to day, to help you become the greatest version of you possible. Many people don't understand the processes we go through. And I want to say to all of you right now, I love you. And I make this to support you because I understand how insensitive or unloving people in this process could seem. How heartless people seem. Because they come into your life for a reason, a season, and it can be perceived that they are there just to benefit, just to receive whatever resources they can from you, and them playing a role, assist them in getting certain levels from the universe. Good, bad, indifferent, they get. You are a benefit to them. For you even choosing to interact with them is a benefit to them. Resource-wise, opportunity-wise, it is good for them. Never forget your worth. Because as you ascend, certain things you won't achieve at the time that others want you to achieve them. And sometimes the universe where hear those people not in accords with a good vibration, or they unable to do the negative vibration well. And the universe, God, will move them out of the way. I say keep the faith. You got to know all of them are in your life for a reason. But you keep the faith that the journey that God, that the universe has for you will be accomplished in due time. Keep the faith. And I don't want to never support a thought that says, don't nobody care about you, so just do you. I want to say, keep in mind that if someone cares and loves for you, it will be clear on a day-to-day basis. So I'm even though you have negative way of looking at it, I say that. Just like you are the real deal every day, all day to the people in your life. People will be loving, will be that day to day, every day, unless they're the opposite. Don't ever let nobody hopscotch in your life because they don't want to be there while it's tough. Never allow that. You know how we be playing double dutch and the people be like, oh, hold on, I'm getting there. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for the right time. If somebody do that for you with your life and they don't want to be there through the tough times, man, you treat them accordingly. Like, you probably could just cut them out of your life because if they come around you, they able to get benefits. So be aware of that. Someone either pours into you physically, mentally, spiritually, however you want to put it. They either pour into you constantly or you put them in other categories, brother, sister. Don't forget that. Because the universe wants you to be strong, wants you to love. Never ever allow others to use you in a manner that isn't reciprocal. You are great. Know your worth and never ever forget that. You know your abilities. You know we all not created equal as human beings. You know it. You know it more than other people. I try to tell and talk to other like regular people about these things, and it kind of, you know, the first thought on their mind is who you think you are, or something like that. But that's why I love referring and talking with you, selected of the selected, because some of your abilities as human beings are enhanced. And even more than just one or two are enhanced. And you probably aware of certain psychic abilities, like the one like I have. I'm able to hear in dimensions. It's like my hearing can see. Like my hearing can more than see. How can I describe it? My hearing can dissect a person's soul, most people's soul, if I hear it. That's the best explanation or example I can give. Because even in animals, I can hear something in their soul when they bark, when they cats purr, or dogs do a little sound. Like I can hear dimensions into the spirit. Anyway, cherish your abilities, because I know if you like me, selected of the selected, you know that you got a job to do. And your community called in high authorities to come view you. And they know. They say, hey man, this guy's great. This sister is great. Let's do something with this great person. You gotta have a duty for this person. Our brother, our sister is rare. And we know. We told to identify people in our communities like this, and you was weird, strong. No one like ran you over. They knew you was great, but you wasn't like them. You wasn't a clone. You know, not saying that they, you know, not trying to disrespect in case we got some cross watchers. Even you selected that know that like you're not selected and have that day-to-day, you know, experience with the universe, hour-to-hour experience with God intervening in your life. I'm not talking to you. unless you have that. So I'm talking about the selected of the selected. Keep your faith. Believe in you. I don't care how you got to believe in you, whether it's disrespectful or whether it's disrespectful to like a mindset. Know you the boo-boo. Like a big, the wet kind, the smeary kind. You just a big ice cream, a big old ice cream spin little, doo-doo. You is the doo-doo. Like, don't ever forget that. You know it. People measure themselves on other categories, but you know how complete you are. Like from category to category of your life, of our existence. You know you are just on a whole nother level. So I say, know your worth. Know your worth when you interact with people. Try to be kind. Because right now I'm still doing a little bit too good of a job being kind. Know your worth. Have the confidence. I love you. And to you cross watchers, ascend. Ascend. I have a lot of videos. A good number, way more than I thought. Go through the catalogs. Foundation for Elevation Station. Your children may be great. This to the cross watchers. You may not be able to stop eating or minimize doing this and that, getting healthy, exercising, just making yourself into a great example of human being, a human weapon, a digesting of development. But your children may be able to, if you allowed them to be guided in a certain way, that's against the way in which we were guided to this point to enjoy our life. A lot of children may not just be like the rest of, especially by Black and African American communities. You all say how great we are. I'm great. And I'm not saying you're not. But what I'm saying is that your children may be, and they may be, you may be great, but you're not at a point where you want to sacrifice so many things in the total consistent, devotement to if that's a word, devotement to the universe, to God, to the course of perpetuity, the force. Think of the strongest force ever throughout wherever you can imagine, the earth, wherever, that's in control, the top force that's in control from above to them. They have a plan. So that's God in your mind. I'm talking about God. They have a plan. And what I want to say is, your children may be great. No matter if you have a discipline or not, let's allow our children to be guided by men like me, by sisters like me, that are able to live their life in a disciplined state and teach it plain language to our communities, to love what we could be. We know many of you, I know many of you, cross watchers. I hated to have to bleed too, but I know a lot of you are still there. So I strung this one out to give you guys a message. Lead your children to people, brothers and sisters like me, that really live their life every day, all day, in a manner in which is effective for the upliftment of us. That's not just, hey, let's enjoy life, because we on a mission. It's so much going on that many of you may not can put everything together, but the selected of the selected know. We as human beings must upgrade, must continue to evolve, must continue to think of ways that will strengthen us as a total. And that's without divulging some things that I really plan to divulge at later date. We are in a certain position as humans. All praise to God. We must focus. I mean, lower levels of human beings, because the top levels they spending energy doing other things too, because we got to make sure that we, at least the majority of us is useful for the overall mission. And I say to my Black and African American communities, let's ride, because there's so much going on that you all really couldn't understand at this point. I love you all. Foundation for elevation. Peace.